Hey, 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 it's Friday night, and you know what that means. It's time for Around the Table. I am your Vision Coach Alicia, and tonight I am so excited because sitting right here on screen with me is a fantabulous guest. And we're going to sit around tonight for a while and chop it up, and you're going to get to know her a little bit better. But before we get started, welcome, Sandra. Thank you so much for saying yes, for coming on Around the Table. And I get excited every Friday night when I'm on here with special guests, and you are special. And I'll let them know why after. But before we get started, would you just tell them a little bit about yourself and who you are?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, Alicia George, for having me on your show today. I am Sonia Pelton Sam, also known as the Glam Coach, where I help you get up now. A, love yourself. A, affirm your belief in M. It is some things that you can make happen right now in your life, career, and business with God by your side, honey. Yes, you can. So I help business owners too. This is one of the main things I do: create digital products and physical products that sell and make them just a little bit of ching ching, honey. Just some ching
ching ching ching ching. I love it.
And
yes.
Those, Glam Coach, what are those things? Like planners, journals, workbooks, opt-in, anything. When you have your StreamYard like this and you want to go live, I'm your girl to go ahead and call. And then on top of that, I can also help make you an Amazon author. So that's a little bit about me and what I do.
Come on, Glam Coach. Well, I must say you glammed me up for this show. My introduction, you glammed me up. My new banners, you glammed me up. And that is what she does. She makes you become a better you. Guess what? Because she is the vision launcher. All you have to do is tell her what it is you're trying to do, and she gets the vision. And that's what I love about being a vision coach. But listen, before we go on, I want you to participate. Those of you that are coming in, care by share. That means share this out. Care by share. Hit your share button so someone else will know that Around the Table is here. And I'm so super duper excited tonight because we're going to learn so much about making you and making your product look better. And so what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to ask you just a couple of questions just to warm up. How long have you been been a Glam Coach?
Well, I've been a Glam Coach. It's going on like 14 years.
14?
Yes, but let's talk about Glam Coach, right? So within those years, I developed into who I am now. And I see a lot of people now, especially business owners, like everybody just want to jump straight in and look at people, and you get this shiny object syndrome. I'm happy.
When you push your button, your connection is a little bit off.
Okay, can you hear me?
It's coming and going.
Okay, it's in. What I see is people get shiny object syndrome, and they see people like Alicia, and they see people like me and other people, and they think, oh, it's an overnight success, and it's not. Those things do not happen overnight, right? And it's a process. It's a stepping stone. And what I can tell you, if you don't give up, you'll win if you don't quit. And so that process for me started off with life coaching. I was a life coach, just doing vision and life coaching at first. That's what I did. And in the process, I grew because I had to make my own materials and make everything that I needed, right, to share with people. And a lot of people were not doing that at the time. And cancer allowed me to share my gift with others so that they could have the same thing I had and create income. And one of my coaches, Dr. Connie Stewart, because every good coach has a coach in some other area.
That's for sure. Yes.
She told me going through cancer, I was like, everybody just want what I have, right? And so from the hospital bed, she let me know this. If it's only big enough for you, it's not big enough. If it's only big enough for you and your family and for you to eat off of, it's not big enough. It's when you take that gift and expand it and grow it, right? That's when the gift is expanding like God wants you to. We think about things like Apple. He created it, but we all enjoy our Apple phones or our Android phones, right? It's one person or in a team comes in and then creates it, right? And then another thing with vision, when it comes to in our business, write the vision. Alicia always teaches. Look at those pings coming in, people going ahead and responding. Yes, but
Yeah, come
yeah,
on. The messages are coming in. Let's just check them. Maritza, thank you. And she is pinging people in. Thank you so much, B, for joining us this evening. Oh, come on, Tori Hammond, come on in here. Yes, so we're getting some responses through these pings. They are sharing this out. Listen, one of the things I just wanted to touch on real briefly, as you were saying that, you said that you started out by being a certified life coach and a business coach. But prior to that, I realized that you were a teacher.
education, yes.
In
Well,
education.
let's talk about prior to that. I was a business owner, but I owned the largest African American salon in Fort Worth, Texas. I converted a Pizza Hut building into a salon. And so that's where I got my start actually in business. I got married. I moved, went back to college, and became an educator. And so yes, I do have experience in teaching also.
Not only that, I saw that you were into cosmetology as well.
Yes, that was my first love, was cosmetology.
Yes, and I'm saying all of that and pulling that out because people need to know that you can grow. You may start out with one thing in mind, but as you start to grow into who you're really becoming, that you may go through transitions that take you and land you to the place where you were really intended to go in the first place. So when I look back at your background as an educator, as a cosmetologist instructor, I now see the Glam Coach, how it all came together. So I'm just really excited. And this vision launcher, because I remember when I came to you, I had an idea, and I'm a vision coach as well. And so the two of us really gelled because you understood me and I understood you, but you were able to take me to where I needed to go with several projects that we had worked on. But this is one of the questions that I had for you was, what exactly is a Glam Coach? Could you repeat that? Because some people are coming in now and I want them to hear this. What exactly is a Glam Coach?
Ooh. So I'm happy you asked, because let's talk about Glam. Started as grace, love, and mercy. And and it's still part of that because it's Christian based. And then as we moved on, we got into more of the business arena, right? And it's helping people get up now, honey. Love yourself is the L. So the G is to get up. L is you got to love yourself before you do anything else.
Come on.
A is affirming your belief, affirming that thing that God placed on the inside of you, speaking it over, believing in it. And M, honey, is make some things happen, honey. You got to get up and go get it. Make it
My
happen.
goodness.
Step on into that thing, right? Step on into that vision and see that thing manifest and let God work those things out in your life.
That is so awesome. See, one of the things that I teach is make your business name make sense.
Mm-hmm.
You can't be selling shoes and the name of your business is Flowers Pretty or something like that. You have to make it make sense. And a lot of times that's one of the first things that we have to understand, because when we hear the word glam, I'm so glad that you got into it and really explained it, because the first thing people think of is glamorous, but that's what you do, but you have a foundation for it. Me and you are both in the same network, and one of the things that we are always taught in that network is that we have to really always make things ask permission from God first before we do the things that we do. And so that makes it so much easier when you ask God for permission to do what it is that you do. So tell me this. How do you really help others as a Glam Coach?
I help others because, like you, I help you go in, take your vision and launch that vision to the next level. I found now in a place where people just talk to you and talk at you a lot, that people really need people to go in and do a lot of hands-on, right? And so I'm more one of those hands-on coaches. So like when you came to me, you were like, I need XYZ. I was able to show you, but I was also able to put everything into action and create it for you, right? So whether it's creating it for you or whether me teaching you a technique, back to where teaching comes from, then I have both of those skills. Um, I want to say something really quick to people who feel like that they're all over the place, right? Because they have multiple gifts, feel like they're multi-talented, right? And feel like they're working in different areas. TD Jakes brought this together for me when he said this: everything he does is a communicator. It's communication. So he's able to be a preacher. He's able to be a teacher. He's able to be a businessman. It's still communication the way he does it. He's able to write books. He's able to now create films, right? He's able to write plays. All of that is part of a way that he gets communication and a message to you. So he's not all over the place. He's in one vein. I learned, because I used to feel like that I'm a creator. I'm a creator, whether I'm creating hair and doing hair, whether I'm doing nails, I'm creating, whether I'm teaching at school and teaching art, because I teach art is the other thing that I do. So whether I'm teaching art, I'm a creator. If I'm helping you create digital products and planners and workbook, I'm a creator in the way that if I'm doing vision and helping you launch your vision and see different ways to go, what I do is I'm a creator. So I launch people creatively to the next level. And so sit down and think about what is it that you do? How do you get things to people, even if you do a couple of different things, right? And all of those things will flow together in one vein. And then you'll learn this is what God created for me to do. And it'll make it so much easier for you. And you'll also learn this is my strength. Some things are not my strength. A lot of different kind of automations, not my strength. Those are mathematical skills. God didn't create me for that. I'll pay somebody to do some of those. Right. Yes, so once I learn my skill set, I learned, oh, I can do this with ease. I can learn this skill. Other stuff, it's going to take me too much time to learn. It's not worth wasting my time because that's not how God wired me and created me.
Exactly. And that's exactly why I came to you, because I am not going to put out mamby-pamby stuff out there. And I don't know how to do all of that. If you are the expert, invest in myself, invest in my business. And that's what a lot of entrepreneurs need to understand. You don't have to do everything and make things look makeshift. One of the main things that I want entrepreneurs to know while I'm speaking to you tonight is that there are resources. I mean, one of the things that you even took me through that was scaring me half to life, because I don't say half to death, is Canva. And you made me go in Canva and learn to do certain things that were basic that I could do myself. But the other things that I couldn't do, you're the girl. That's what you do. I don't try in being a marriage coach.
Right.
Because that's not who I am. I can't speak about marriage because I am a pastor, an apostle, but my vein is helping people to start their businesses by 3 simple steps: helping them to identify the business that they want to do, helping them to create the business and how it will function, and then helping them launch the business. And I stick there in my teachings. I don't try to do everything else. We know, yes, I do have a certificate in branding. I understand that. Okay. I do have a certificate in public speaking. I can speak. Okay. But those are the things that make up who I am as a vision coach. And I stick to those things. I don't try to do everything else. So this is what I want to ask you. How do you let your clients know who you are? What are your outlets and your resources that you allow people or clients to come to you?
Like are you saying like how do they book a consultation and I walk them through what I do?
Yeah, but how do they book a consultation? What avenues do you use for that?
I do have a website, which is theglamcoach.com, where you can go get free resources, honey, all kind of freebies. Those are for life and your business. And then I also have an app on Apple, Launch Your Vision on Apple. I have an Apple app for that, ways to help you. And then also, when you go to my website, you will see a thing that says "See My Work." And so on "See My Work," once you go to the glamcoach.com, you can see some of the clients that I have worked with and some of the things that I've done. Also booking that free consultation, y'all. You can go to that website and book it, but it's most of the time really, really full. Sometimes I can work things in. Sometimes people cancel. So if you go and you go to text, go to 817-715-4247. I'm going to put that. You want me to put it in the chat?
But you could put it in the chat. You could put it in the chat. Yes, okay. Go right ahead.
Listen. Vision. And I'm telling you right now, if you do that in Text Vision, I will set you up a free 15-minute consultation that will change your life. I'm sure she'll tell you, talking to me for 15, 20 minutes changes your life. Sometimes God's just going to give me a tip to give you, and it's going to help shift you to the next level in our consultation. Okay, that costs you nothing, right? So if you go there and just text her the vision, you could call the Glam Coach line. The Glam Coach, you can call it 1-844-888-GLAM, 1-844-888-GLAM. But the fastest way to get to me, you can go to the consultation link, but you might be a week or two out. If you go text 817-715-4247, if you text that and you put vision in there, I'm going to get right back to you most of the time within 24-hour period, and we're going to go ahead and book that consultation. Y'all can DM me, honey. You can go to Facebook Messenger, Sonia Pelton Sam. Come on, talk to your girl. Say, Sonia, yes. You know a little something. DM me on S Pelton Sam. You DM me on S Pelton Sam. Say, hey, how you doing, Glam Coach? I'm going to say, hey, back. I'm probably going to show you some love and follow you.
Come on. Listen, everyone. Listen, you are sitting around the table tonight. I am Vision Coach Alicia, and my guest is the Glam Coach, Sonia Pelton Sam. And we are talking about just upgrading who you are, what you look like, and the most creative mind. When you sit with her for 15 minutes, you have a whole different view of what your business should look like or what you want it to look like. I have had the opportunity to sit with her, and because of that, I have been able to upgrade a lot of my products that I now have on the market. Even this show, as you see the banners that are coming across, these were done by her. I have your Gmail up on the screen as well, because I found that was one of my easiest ways of contacting people, through their Gmail. Most people respond very rapidly, very quickly to their Gmail, and I'm using that as a technique. I booked 2 new clients today using my Gmail through my DM. And so I want you to know how important it is to have an email address that people could quickly respond to anything that they may want to ask real quickly. So let's get connected. Let's get connected with a Glam Coach and see what it is that she's going to be able to do for you. Let's look in the chats. Let me see what we have going on here. Hi, Wendy. Thank you so much for coming in. Marissa is saying that you do absolutely great work. And TL Lyons, thank you so much. He says, I love you, Sandra. And these are the things that we have to learn how to do. We have to learn how to connect so that we can get the things that we want. Listen, if we are in a circle of a network, there is something for everyone within that network. If you're not in a network where you are able to collaborate with the women that are in that network with you, you're in the wrong network. Okay, thank you so much. She actually, TL Lyons is on it. She actually put in your text in the chat, 817-715-4247. And that is how you could connect with the Glam Coach. So let's get back to a little bit of chatting tonight. I am so excited for you because I realize that next weekend is going to be a great weekend for you. I see that you are being honored. You are receiving an award next weekend at the Heart Awards in Dallas, Texas. We know that this is a production of Dr. Nikki Ziegler, who is phenomenal woman that we are connected to, and it's called the Her Experience. This is something that is so big. I have never ever heard of anything like this, where you're going to be able to go under one roof and get everything that you need in business and be able to walk away feeling like you're empowered and renewed. But you are being celebrated, and what it is, you are with Who's Got Next Award. What is the Who's Got Next Award? I am so excited about that for you.
So Who's Got Next Award, I think, is totally amazing. I am a herpreneur, an elite herbasser. Let me tell you something. So I think when she chose Who Got Next, it's because I helped so many people grow, right, through so many different means. And so she was like, who got next on you? Who got next? Who's coming next? And so I was like, oh my goodness. Okay, that's different, but hey, I'm gonna roll with it. I am thankful. I am honored and excited. And I want to thank Dr. Nikki for even considering me for that award.
I'm excited for you too.
In my hometown of Dallas, Texas. So if you over in Dallas, Texas, you need to come out and drop on in, because it's gonna be exciting.
There's still room for you to come. Listen, you can go on any of our pages, and you will be able to see all that's going on my regular page, Alicia George. You will see everything about the her awards. I am so excited. They're honoring, I think, around 20 or 25 women, giving them different awards. I understand that they're having some awesome guests. One of them that I know of, I actually looked at the interview today, was Cora Jakes. Cora Jakes. She is going to be one of the speakers, and they have so many phenomenal speakers. I actually heard you mention one of your coaches, who I know is going to be one of the speakers, Dr. Connie Stewart. Yeah. And so I am so excited for you that you're going to be receiving that award. I just wanted to give the Her Experience a plug, because they've been so instrumental in who I have become and continue to becoming. So let's get back to you tonight. If someone wanted to work with you and they really had no idea of what it is that they want to do or want to create, how do you actually work with a person like that? If they're like all over the place and they just don't really know what it is they're really wanting to do, how do you actually bring them in and work with them and get them to really, work with you?
First of all, we sit down, we have that consultation, right?
15 minutes consultation. That's right. Okay.
We figure out what it is you have and what it is that you need. I'm gonna tell you right now, if you're a speaker, if you're a coach, if you're a consultant, you don't have a workbook, you don't have a planner, you don't have something tangible that you hand to people in their hand when you go somewhere that you can get to people. You need that, right? You need something tangible. And so let's say you say, oh, that's kind of a lot to go into publishing and all that. We can get it to them in a digital form. Right, so we can create a PDF form and a digital form and get it to them that way. Also, when you go to speaking engagements, I kind of go through and create different ways for different people. I had a client who was at a speaking engagement. Then I was going to be in Florida at the same speaking engagement. We both found out right before the engagement that we would not have a PowerPoint presentation. So it was like no PowerPoint presentation, and it was a workshop. And most of my things are visual. And I was like, well, how can I get the visual piece to them? So I created a little QR code system. And so everybody had that in their chair when they walked in. They could get it right there when they walked in and scan it. Or I had these in the chair in case they missed it. I asked them to scan and follow along. And there they had the digital presentation. So with me, I had more of a kind of workbook type follow along presentation. With my client. She had the PowerPoint we put those PowerPoints into a presentation document. They were able to go on digitally, get that and follow along with us. The good part is that takes up an email. So then what? email is gold. So in order to follow along, they needed that email. Also inside of the presentation, I went ahead and said, okay, we already got to go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead and take up testimonials on the spot.
Wow.
To put in that presentation clickables, because PDFs, we can put clickables. There we were able to make a nice, really visual, nice clickable that took up the testimonials on the spot. So gave them 2 or 3 ways. I think I gave them 3. She gave them 2 ways where they could leave the testimonials, snapshot the testimonials. On the way out the door, they got prizes. I think she gave away some kind of cute pen. I gave away a hard copy of the presentation with that. So if you showed me on the way out that you snapshot it and you left me, you went ahead and left me your testimonial on the spot, you got a workbook on the spot. So that way we know, because it's so hard. Let's think about it. The truth is sometimes we mean to leave testimonials and we just forget, or sometimes people get to ask us, and that way it was on my mind because it was in the document that I was going along with them, and then it was on their mind that I'm going to get something if I do this right now. So yeah, just thinking that I think I'm able to really go in and think of creative ways to go ahead and kind of launch that to the next level. So I know if you're a speaker, a coach, a consultant, trainer, anybody up in that area, you need to get with me. But I have worked with people in multiple industries. Marissa, I think that's the same Marissa on here. If that's Marissa, Bay Area Cleaning Professionals, we did a cleaning workbook, Clarity for Clean.
Okay.
Yeah, I've done things for candle companies, for just multiple people in somebody had Clubhouse, so we made a whole Clubhouse, how to use it presentation. So for various companies, different things, I have made various, like presentations or workbooks and things like that. So it's kind of limited to what you can do. And then I do the Canva. If you say I want to learn that for myself, can do some one-on-one trainings and things like that.
Okay. So, yeah, that's awesome. Listen, everyone, you are listening to Sonia Pelton Sam. She is the Glam Coach, and you are sitting around the table this evening with the Vision Coach Alicia. This is a place for authors, entrepreneurs, speakers, and small business owners. So if you would like to come on the show, please feel free to inbox me, DM me, and set up your time. And you can be sitting where she is next Friday. Well, maybe not next Friday, because believe it or not, I'm booked all the way through until June. So come on, let's do this. Let me ask you another question. When I looked at your bio, I said, she has such a background. One of the things that I saw was that you actually studied criminal justice. I researched my guest. I saw that you did criminal justice. How do you transition into becoming a business owner and really an entrepreneur when you could live with a weekly paycheck coming in from something like teaching criminal justice? See, because everybody thinks being an entrepreneur
I want to tell y'all something.
How do you do that?
I want to tell y'all how that happened. So I do have counseling, drug and alcohol, and mental health degree. Counseling, I have a degree in that. I have one in criminology, criminal justice, and then a minor in theater arts. Let's talk about it. Why did I do that? Right? I'm very strategic. Right? I have a vision that I plan to carry out, and I'm very strategic on when I do something. So God led me to, it was an older lady. She said, you need to go back to college, because, I did hair. And then I became a housewife for me, and I'm like, this is not going to work. I went back, and then I started being a cosmetology instructor. And from there, I'm like, this is not it. I was like, I really would like to teach art, right? I'm like, I don't school, math, I'm like the kids when it comes to it, right? So she was like, no, it's creative. It's good ways. It's ways you can go to school and you can do this, right? You have to find what you like, what you can learn. So what I did, we mapped out a system. We looked at all the plans, right? We looked at what I liked, what I was good at, And what did not take much math. That only took one math class.
Wow.
It all revolved around. I just needed one math class. I couldn't do more than that, right? And I cried. I'm gonna tell you, and I tell the kids this. I flunked the first time and cried. I'm talking about cried like a baby. When you paying your own money, you cry like a baby, okay? And I said, nope, you get up, dust yourself off, and you go again.
Yes.
And then I
Yes.
succeeded and I pressed forward. But I took classes that I liked. I enjoyed the professors, I enjoyed the people, I enjoyed learning because it was classes that I liked. I learned to go to rate my professor to see. I would wrap my whole schedule around professors that I wanted to take, that I knew that the rating was good, right? Because I'm not that person to do.
Yes.
So you sometimes have to map your life around the vision and the plan you have.
Plan that you have. Exactly.
I knew I wanted to be off in the summer. I knew I wanted those holidays and things like that. And I'm like, I think that's something I always want to do, but I'm like, I just didn't think the school.
I know. Yeah. Everyone thought that I was I won't say use the word crazy, but they could not understand why I came from behind the four walls of a church, totally being a pastor. But I remember when I heard God said to me, there's more for you that I have for you out of these four walls, and I need you to prepare for it. I didn't do it right away. It took me 2 years of him nudging me and speaking to me and preparing me for what was coming. And I didn't know the pandemic was coming. And so when the pandemic came, it shifted me into going back to those places of working in corporate America, in the hair care industry, the beauty industry, for companies like Johnson Publishing Company, which some people don't even know about anymore. John H. Johnson was one of the biggest entrepreneurs ever. Him and his wife had Fashion Fair Cosmetics, and the Jerry Curl. I worked for Soft Sheen Products, those were the type of people that I were around, where I saw entrepreneurship as a way of life to get to live in some of the dreams that I wanted. So when I made that decision to come from behind the four walls of the church and come out and be an entrepreneur, one of the things one of my friends, a very close friend, said to me, Apostle, don't let anybody bully you into thinking that you're not still who you are as an apostle, as the woman of God, because you no longer have a so-called church. Because at that time I covered a few churches as an apostle, and I had to really wrap my mind around it. But the timing of God was so perfect for me, because the pandemic came. Everybody was not going into the churches. And so it made it easier for me for the transition. And then my mom got ill. And then I really got into coaching. And that's how I actually met Dr. Nikki and became a certified coach, and started, because there was always this entrepreneurship dream within me. When I was 23 years old, I actually owned a percentage in a store in the Virgin Islands, where I am right now at 23 years old. And I earned a lot of money, didn't know what to do as an entrepreneur. But now, as we're understanding things have changed, the world has changed. So we've got to understand to allow the gifts that God have given us to make room for us in the arenas. And so when I look at you and look at all where you went, because I wrote it down: former teacher, former cosmetologist, studied criminal justice. So people understand that God takes us on our journeys. He gives us where we need to be so that we can get to where he really wants us to end up, so that you live in that place of your purpose. I am happy doing what I do. I love what I do. I'm telling you, today I had 2 calls because of my email, sending out email, getting on live, and becoming more active. And so that's one of the things that I want to talk to you about before we end.
Well, right there, I want to say something.
So Go ahead.
Sometimes you don't know what our God has for you. You have to walk into it. When you start talking about the apostle, let me tell you something about the prophet told me this back when I did not want business anymore after that beauty shop. I was through. Baby, working with people, having to pay that bit, whether people came in, if people quit, and one time everybody walked out the door. So you having 14 people paying weekly when they all walk out the door. You're not getting it, but I saw God show up and show out. Like I did not miss a beat. So I was making 6 figures when I was young, when it wasn't even thought about it. It just was what it was. I just was tired. I was burnt out.
And we're losing you. Your voice is going in and out.
Okay, can you hear me now?
It's better.
Okay, I was making that 6 figures, but I was tired. I was burnt out. I didn't want to do it anymore. I'm in church. The prophet tells me, calls me out. God say, you going to own a business. I told him, God ain't tell you that. I'm telling you how tired I was. I told him, God ain't tell you that. He was talking about before I let him know I used to own a business. He said, I don't care what you used to do. I'm just telling you what God told me. I don't care what you do. I was through. I guess I said it is. I was like, okay. But as you see, something I didn't want, I love what I do now. I hated computers. I married a husband that loved computers. He didn't teach me computers. Right? It was like over time, going to school, I fell into this thing, right? God leads you step by step. Sometimes you don't know what you're going to be doing, and it surprises you.
Yes.
Cancer surprised me. I started making money from the hospital bed. Cancer surprised me. A time when I was vulnerable, a time when I was down and out, a time when people probably was counting me out. I was killing the game at the time. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yes, killing.
God takes you through some things in your life to let you show I'm God. No matter how hard it is, what the situation is, I'm God, and I do it the way I want to do it. He do it how he want to do it. He don't do it how we want him to do it, when we want him to do it. He does it his way. And what it does, it takes the spotlight so much off of you and put it back on God. God in you, your light shining and showing with him. People saw a light and it was like, how did you keep going when you went through all that? Because it was a light, right? That made that part of me easy. Because somebody needed to see me go through the struggle and still go through.
Come on.
So that they know when they're in the struggle, it's possible. It's possible to make it through the struggle and keep on going. You don't have to stop. You can walk through that valley, keep on going to the other side.
Amen. Amen. Hi, Simone. Thank you for joining us tonight. Sandra, we are excited that you decided to come and sit around the table with us as well. I am Vision Coach Alicia, and tonight my very special guest is the Glam Coach, Sonia Pelton Sam. And listen, before we get ready to wrap up tonight, I want you to let them know one more time, because we didn't put it up on the screen, but TJ Lyons got us. So tell them your website address so she can type it in the chat for us. Okay, because we want to make sure that people know how they can contact you for your services. I am certainly one that is benefiting from what you have taught me, the hours that you've spent on the phone with me, the hours we've spent talking together on the phone, and you getting me together, because I'm getting ready to launch my vision planner that was developed by this lady, and we revamped it a few times, but now it is ready and we are going to launch it. But I am going to do it right. This is the one thing that I've learned over the last year as an entrepreneur. I don't have to put everything out there because it's done. I can wait until the time is right for it to be put out there. You know, we get so excited sometimes about having things and we don't ask God for timing. And that's one thing with the network that we're in that I have learned. I can be patient. I can wait until God gives me permission to do the next step or what I need to do. And I have not made as many mistakes as I used to make, because now I am in that place where I am totally yielded and waiting for God's permission, as Dr. Nikki says, on my next steps and what I do. So I want to say thank you so much, so much for being my special guest tonight and being on here with me tonight. And I'd like you to just speak to our audience for a few minutes. Let them know whatever it is that you would like them to know about you and your business. If there's a program that you have that's coming up or anything, again, congratulations. I am so excited for you that you are going to receive that award in Dallas, Texas, next weekend, along with all the other women that are going to be joining you there. So I am just so grateful for you taking this time out tonight. So whatever it is that you might like to say to our audience before we wrap up, don't forget, you are sitting around the table with Vision Coach Alicia, and my guest is Sonia Pelton Sam.
All right, everybody. Don't forget, if you need digital products and you want to turn those products into physical products, I am the girl that can do that for you. Trust me. I'm the girl that comes in and helps you make some change in your business. So if you say, Glam Coach, I want a planner. I don't know if y'all see, I want a workbook, right? I don't want something average. I don't want what everybody have. I want something full of color, right? Something meaningful. When I give it to people, I want to give the wow factor. I'm that person to bring that to you and to your business for your clients. Workbooks, planners, journals, ebooks, whatever it is. You have a book, you want to just spice it up a little bit and say, hey, I'm trying to launch it and do something new. Come on and let me help you do that. If you want to go live on StreamYard, like you see Alicia George doing, you say, I don't know how to do that. Come on, let me help you get the covers made. Let me help you get these lower thirds like you see at the bottom made. We can make all that happen for you really easily. So come on and let's do that. Do that 15-minute free consultation with me. Let me show you, walk you through what I've done for other clients, and then show you what I can do for you. Go to the Glam Coach, the THE glamcoach.com. Get your freebie, honey. You want to go in and get your free thing. You definitely want to be on there now because My Little Black Planner is coming out. I'm having a My Little Black Planner party for my 50th. And honey, that planner is like nothing else. I'm going to upgrade. I'm going to show y'all how to throw an online party. Come on, let's party together and go ahead and join that email list because I have some things for you. I'm not going to be tracking you down, sending you 100 emails all the time. I promised you that. And go ahead and Facebook me. Go on Instagram, S Pelton Sam. You want to be up in my DM. You want to message me. You want to see what I can do for you. And then I have, if you won't quit, you say, I need you right now. I need you within the next week. Go ahead. Text Vision to 817-715-4247. 817-715-4247. And I'm going to get you in there quick as I can with that 15-minute consultation so I can show you just what I can do for you. Thank you so much, Alicia, for having me.
Awesome. Thank you so much for joining me around the table tonight. You were an awesome guest. And to all of you that joined in, thank you so much. God bless you. Have a fantastic weekend until we come back around the table. God bless. Until next time, ta-ta.